Filmora 14 is here and it's the newest update. Just like this is a new channel. Hello everybody, my name is Alex and welcome to my channel. On this channel you are going to find Wondershare Filmora tutorials, and I am starting off by this most exciting tutorial of Wondershare Filmora 14's newest update.
Yes, easy light. Let's go. Yes, easy light.
And right now I'm going to start off with this feature that I think is the very best on all the features in this update. And this is multi-camera editing feature. So this feature right here is going to allow you, it's going to make it easy for you if you are going to edit. It can be an interview or whatever the video that you shot using the two cameras, two or more camera angles, you know. If you have that kind of a project, this feature is really for you. And as much as I can say, it's going to be very useful to a lot of creators. Just to give you an example of 3 camera angles, all right? So you select all of them right here. Just look here. You select all of these right here and then right select, and then you are going to see this option right here, which is create a multi-camera clip. Okay, so right here you are going to see this option where you are supposed to name your compound clip. Okay, sorry, your multi-camera sequence, you know, let me say, put it that way. All right, so I'm going to name this one right here, and then after that the option below here is for you to choose which method are you going to use to sync all of your clips, you know. So usually you use the audio if all of your clips have got the audio, but in this case, just for this example, there are no audio in this clip. So let me just use this other method right here, which is the frame, just the first frame, they all start at the first frame, you know. So when you select this option right here, your clips are going to be in the timeline, just like a compound clip. You know, you remember the compound clips? Alright, so we're going to learn all that in the future, but for now, just use the little knowledge that you have to understand the compound clip, you know. So now it's been made, all your clips have been made like a compound clip, and they are right here in the timeline. When you open the compound clip using this option right here, or else you can just double select over here, you know. You open the actual compound clip and you find out all your clips are here, 3 of them, you know. But this is not where you are going to edit your multi-camera sequence. This is actually not it. Alright, so let's move back to the main timeline. Well, right here, my dear friend, as you can see right here, if you look exactly right on the top of your preview screen, you are going to see right here that there are 2 options. The other one, of course, is for the histogram, you know, the video score, you know. But this other option right here is the one that we are talking about here, and this is the option for the multi-camera view. And right here, my dear friend, the very first thing that I would like to draw your attention to is this option right here. So this is actually an option for you to change or see the audio source. Which video are you taking the audio from? Okay, for like in this example right here, if I select here, I'm going to find that there are 3 options. The reason is I have added 3 video camera angles here, so that's why I have 3 options to take audio from. Okay, and right here on top here, you are going to see that this is where you are going to edit. Okay, so the method is simple right here. You just have to start playing your compound clip, your video, or your multi-camera sequence. We better call it that way. All right, so you start playing. So right now, as it is playing, you just choose which angle or which camera video do you want to prefer right now, and then by selecting it, you're actually cutting into that. Okay, so as you can see right here, I can just select this number 2 here, and then it shows up here. And then again, number 3. So as you can see right here, my dear friend, everything that I am selecting on the left side is showing up on the right side. Okay, and right here when you are done, you can just disable the multi-camera view, and right down here on your timeline, you're going to find out that your multi-camera sequence, which is your compound clip, has been cut into pieces, which are the cuts that you were selecting during the multi-camera editing. Okay, so right now this is all you need to do. Well, my dear friends, let's move on to the very second feature in my list. Alright, so right here we have this, which is called the planar tracking. Alright, so does it remind you of something else? The first time I saw it, I actually was reminded of the motion tracking. Well, but I'm going to break down the difference of these two. Alright, we already have the motion tracking, okay? So this is the planar tracking, you know, with just a little different. Alright, so having your video clip selected in the timeline, go ahead on this AI2 option here, and then down here you are going to find the planar tracking. All right, so as you can see, this option you've got two, the advanced and the auto option for tracking method. You know, actually the very first difference right here is, you know, the planar tracking is going to select a surface, you know, like a whole portion, you know, a whole area. Unlike the motion tracking could just track a certain particular point, like a certain particular point, like, you know, you can put a certain dot, but this one right here you can actually select, you know, like a surface, you know, and then maybe you can put the video right there or something, or the blur, you know, anything else can happen with the tracked portion. All right, well, my dear friends, right here, just as I have said earlier, as you can see right here, we have two options, the auto and the advanced. All right, and right here I'm just going to have a quick run on both of them so that you see and understand how do they work. Alright, so starting off with the auto, okay, just after selecting right here, the very first thing that we are going to see is the selection, which is the one that you have to deal with firstly. So as you can see right here, my dear friend, I have to move it around and then look for the surface or the area that I would like to do the tracking. Okay, so I would like you to notice another advantage right here, my dear friend. So the planar tracking doesn't just track like the surface, the rectangle or the wider surfaces. Not just that, but also it have got the flexibility when it comes to perspective selection. Okay, and now once you are satisfied with the selection that you have made, go on right here to start the tracking. And now this moment right here absolutely depends on the fastness of your PC and also the length of the video clip that you are doing the tracking. And right here the tracking is finally done. Well done, Filmora 14. Let us see what is next. So right here, my dear friend, you are going to put something within your selected area here, and for that you have to go on right here to link element. Okay, so when you select here, you see there there's an option also to put up a mosaic effect. Okay, but there's also another option right here, which is the most important one, to import from your PC. All right, so right here, just for this example right here, I select here, and then here I am going to select something like this and then open it. Another cool thing here is that the selected file is going to fit in here according to the perspectives of the selection. All right, as you can see here. And right now let's move on to see how is it showing up. Wow, how wonderful. Well, my dear friend, the video that is showing up over there is just as perfect as well matched. By the way, subscribe. And now, my dear friends, without wasting much of your time on this, I'm going to delete the auto track right here so that I can show you the advanced, because there are actually other things right here on the advanced which you must know. Okay, so the very first thing right here to notice, my dear friend, is that we have the option for accuracy. Okay, this is where you can actually choose how accurate you want the tracking to be. Okay, there is of course it's always on the default, but there is the low here and the high. Of course I don't really know or think of a situation whereby you would like to put it on the low tracking, low accuracy when tracking. All right, by the way, if any of you guys have an idea on what situation would you really want to put it on the low accuracy when tracking, actually just say something in the comment section. All right, but from what I think, me and other 99 editors we go for the high. And right here, my dear, and right here, my friend, of course, before you link an element here, you have to start by doing the tracking, okay? And as you can see just below right here, there are a lot more options right now, because this is now an advanced, not the auto which we did at first, okay? This is now the advanced one. But despite the difference, the thing is just the same. So because of that, I'm not going to waste much more time of yours by repeating the same process. I'm just going to explain to you how do these options work actually. All right. So this option that you are seeing right here is going to track forward, like through to through, but it generally starts exactly where the plate is. You know, if the plate is right here of this video, as you can see here, the tracking is going to start right here to the last frame of the video. But now, if you are using this option right here, is just to track one step, I can say like one frame forward, okay? And then that's all, just one frame forward. As if you hover your mouse over this option right here, it actually shows you that it only tracks one frame forward, okay? And now, as you can see right here, the way that I have explained to these ones applies to these ones in an opposite way. This one tracks backwards, and this one tracks one step backwards, one frame backwards, okay? And then after you are done the tracking, the rest of the steps are just as same as the auto tracking, all right? And that is the planar tracking for you, my dear friend. Let's move on to this one, which is called the path curve. Oh, if I said it right, let me check here. Oh, no, not the curve path, but the path curve. All right. So, but when you vice versa the ways, you know, you can understand it better, because this is actually, you know, it's just there to show you how your video or your object or anything else that you've been working on, how is it animated, you know, from this point to here. So it's showing you the path. This is how I have understood it, but this is the best I can explain it to you. All right, now let me show you exactly how does it work. You know, when you have your video selected right here, you see on the transform tab, you see this option right here, which is the path curve, you know. But now is, you see, as you can see right here, it's not visible. In other ways, you can't actually use it. Once you add the first keyframe, then you can see the thing is now showing up that you can now activate it and using when you do the thing. Now there is something right here on this keyframing thing that Filmora did. Actually, there is an addition, like a change, you know. The keyframes, we used to have a keyframing panel right here to ease in and ease out our keyframes, but now you don't find it right here, and you find it, you actually have to right select your file in the timeline, and then once you have done that, you're going to use this option right here that says show up the animations, or you can just use this short key here, okay? So it's like the whole transform tab is now brought down to the timeline right in the video, you know. Actually, there is a lot to explain over here. I think I better make a separate video to have this keyframing thing explained on its own, all right? But as for now, as you can see right here, you can see the path curve that we are talking about, which is the newest thing in this update. Now, when you have it turned on like in this way, when you move your object on the preview screen, you're going to see the path showing up over here. Now you can move a playhead and then change again on the previous screen, and then you see again the path is showing up as well. And that is the path curve for you. Let's move on to something that is called the magnetic timeline. All right, so this actually it's not much, but it's very useful. Actually, this is in addition to snapping abilities of Filmora. You know, we have the snapping already, this which helps your files to snap together. So this is just in addition to those abilities. Now this is how this works. Well, my dear friends, as you can see, having this type of a video in your timeline, all right, without this feature, you can move it around the way you want. Now if you move this video like in this way, by a mistake, that is going to be your own challenge because you are supposed to bring it back. But now with the magnetic timeline activated, actually having this first option selected over here, if you move it around, it's going to snap back. As you can see right here, it snaps back. And now let me say I'm trying to import another video right here into my timeline. As you can see right here, it's already snapped to the video on the left side right here. Okay, you can import it a frame later or some frames later. It's going to be snapped back, and the reason for that is the magnetic timeline is activated. Now for this second option right here, let me say I add an overlay like a title over here, like in this way. Let me add just a quick text. Now by enabling this second option right here, I'm actually activating the link, I'm enabling the link between the title, which is my overlay, and this video right here, which is in the track below. And right now, let me say again, it's another mistake. All right, if I try to move this video right here, as you can see right here, the text above, which is my overlay, is going to be moved together. The reason is the magnetic timeline is linking these two together. So actually, I think this is very useful, my dear friend, because it helps you a lot, especially those moments that you make mistakes within your projects. This will protect the project. Well, my dear friends, I am done with all the features that have nothing to do with the AI thing. We are now jumping into the AI challenge. Well, my dear friends, I know this video is already long. So what I'm going to do right here, what if we do the AI features of Filmora 14 in part 2? So that's it for today, my dear friend. Thank you so much for watching this video to this very point. If you found it interesting, do subscribe to help the growth of this channel. This video is probably the part 2. So until I meet you in the part 2 of this video, peace.
Bye.